Hello and welcome to the Oracle Star Tarot. I'm going to do a reading today with the White Light Oracle, the Star Tarot, Wizard of Oz Tarot, and Light Seers Tarot. So let's begin by pulling a card from the White Light, and this is Sovereign Queen Maeve. So I'm excited to see what that's about. First, we're going to pull some of these cards face down, and then we're going to connect them to this Sovereign Queen Maeve Oracle reading. All right, so here we go. And then later I'm going to go through those as well. But I do want to start with this. So number 40, Sovereign Queen Maeve. This is about valuing what is sacred to you and being compassionate and at the same time setting firm boundaries. You're going through a triumph over some kind of negative situation. I'll refer back to this in a little bit. So the Ace of Pentacles, what this is about a new opportunity in terms of some kind of physical, tangible manifestation. And so that is part of the triumph that you are going to be experiencing. Keone is really interested in your reading today. So we're going to let her say hi. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles. In terms of having a triumph and being compassionate and setting firm boundaries, it could have something to do with money or your home, feeling like you are desiring something new and you're protecting yourself from any energies that would interfere with that. The world. So part of the triumph is that your world is changing. Your world is beginning to look different. As that is happening, you're finding that your language sounds different. The way you speak, the way you process things, the way you communicate, who you spend your time with. And that's that boundary piece. Something funny is happening right now in the universe because my cat is acting a little funny. Your heart has been broken. You've been let down and you've felt betrayed. And the energy from this is still bothering you. It's interfering with your ability to receive blessings that are waiting for you, but there's no need to rush because the blessing is patient. It's there for you when you are ready. The Six of Wands is the victory card. Wow. So you will have victory, and once you're ready to free up your hands and receive this blessing, see, you're holding it now, and that's when you will be victorious. And it's really interesting because I see like a lot of rain and it's like they're churning into stars down here, right? So it's this darkness, this grief, but it's piercing your heart open. And now it's stars. Like you see the stars up here. And that's when you rise up. That's when you find your joy again. And that is part of the victory. So let's pull from the Wizard of Oz Tarot. They're kind of, I've never really used this deck, so some of the cards are a little sticky here. Okay, Queen of Bricks, Witch's Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Here you are holding the star. And I see some stars in this card too. This is Glenda, the Good Witch. And this is an energy receiving the blessing, being confident about it, and owning it. This is a really confident, magical energy. She never questioned herself or second-guessed herself when she was questioned. And she just had a lightness about her and the way she approached things. And she had a kindness as well. She also had boundaries. When she was done, she floated away, but she had so much compassion. So that's interesting, like in link to this card, this card about victory, boundaries, and compassion. You don't have to shrink yourself to be compassionate. King. So we have a queen and a King of Spears. That's King of Wands. So this is the Lion. This is brave. This is owning it, owning your bravery. So owning your confidence in your physical manifestations and being brave. And the lion wasn't originally strong and brave, but the lion went on a journey, asked for a transformation, and therefore received the transformation. 7 of Cans, so 7 of Cups. There's some kind of trickery and deception. There's the witch with the ball. And that comes right over the 3 of Swords, which is the broken heart. So that's interesting. There's something you're not trusting because in the past, there was a reason to not trust. That's confirmed right there. 7 of Spears. That's sneaking away from a situation with whatever you can. What comes to mind is that show, Squid Games. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but I feel like there's a scene when they're in all the corridors and then somebody's taking as much as they can for survival. So there's some kind of like survival energy here. And then the 6 of Cans, 6 of Cups. This is self-care. Not just self-care, but allowing others to care for you. This is that scene where they really like help her and fix her up and pamper her. So this is like the transition into becoming a queen, into becoming a king. You might be in that transition right now, redefining who you are, taking care of yourself. And as you are doing that, that is going to bring you so many blessings, an open heart, a full heart, so much willingness to receive. Right now, as you are in transition, you may be processing a lot when you're alone and really reconnecting with yourself. The King of Wands comes over the King of Wands. It's the same card. It's the same card. It's just different pictures. But what's really interesting is you have the lion here, and here's a lion. So it's that bravery. You're entering into a new sort of mindset, perspective, emotional state, a new world. Can bring up a lot of fear because it's the fear of the unknown. But what I'm seeing here is you are overcoming those fears and you're embracing it, you're owning it, and you're trusting. So after a period of mistrust, you're processing and now you're owning it. It's so wild to me that this keeps coming out the same energy. This is that broken heart, that deception, and then you have the Devil card, which is illusions. So whatever you've been through likely created some illusions within your mind. And another person or other people might have taken part in creating illusions and you didn't realize it first. But now you do. And now you can start fresh. Page of Pentacles is starting fresh in creating your world, creating your reality. Judgment. I see this is about freeing your soul, letting things go so that your higher self can take charge. Judgment is like, I always think of Judgment Day, and look how that's interesting. The visuals in these 2 cards, just like hands up, releasing to receive. But yeah, Judgment Day. That's when this energy is over. So that might have happened recently or it is coming for you. But predictions aside, it's about being open to that transformation. King of Cups, emotional stability, knowing who you are. It's so wild to me because there's so many kings in here and there's a queen. It's that royalty energy. Ace of Swords, we have another ace. So there's really your soul team, your guides, God, your angels, ancestors, whoever you connect with is really supporting you at this time in order to heal your broken heart. You might see like a physical manifestation that is going to be so empowering and exciting that this broken heart, this manipulation, this deception, it's like it falls to the wayside eventually because you've got other things going on. I mean, it's just being really recognized though, like what you went through. Look at how these cards have fallen. The 3 of Swords with the deception and illusion cards, and then the 3 of Swords comes out again. It's really being confirmed what you went through. And what you went through is not being discounted. I'm going to pull a couple more cards and then we're going to read more from this because I'm curious. The Sun. So you go from the broken heart and this grieving energy to the sunlight. Open arms once again, full on receiving. Joy, blessings, happiness, hope, healing, and then you're bound for a new adventure. Not sure what it's going to exactly look like, not sure what's out there in the water, but you're contemplating picking yourself up and going for it again. All right, let's read further into this. So she's a goddess, warrior, queen, fearless guardian, and protector of territory. She's wild and determined. The message here is for you to assertively engage with life and claim your true place in the world. You're being asked to refuse to allow your sacred territory to be intruded upon by unworthy rulers, whether they be critical voices in your own mind or ego-driven interlopers. Wow, okay. Claiming your true place in the world. And not letting anybody distract you from or stop you from doing that and protecting your territory. The Lovers is what flew out, and the Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles, usually this is about friends, loved ones coming together to help you build. So you're being handed the materials like the Ace of Pentacles and the idea, the Ace of Swords, and then friends are coming to help you build. In this picture, it's a little bit different. There's some eggs in a nest here, so maybe you've had support in building something and now you're nurturing it. But it's the beginning. It's the beginning of something. In typical tarot, it's the beginning of a structure, but here it's the beginning of new life. And then the Lovers. So whatever the Lovers means to you. So this is being open emotionally, open to connection. This is self-love. This is love with another human being. Could be someone you're in a connection with right now. It could be something coming along. It could be healing, a connection you've been in for a long time, whatever that means. But it's integration and it's healing. And it's about not doing it alone. I feel like if we get some kind of happier healing card, then that means that we are transitioning out of this grief and heartbreak energy, but we'll see. Queen of Cups. Okay. Queen of Cups is the queen of her own heart. Okay, there we go. Confirmation. So this is about having such strong intuition and emotional intelligence and such conviction and self-love that you allow your heart to heal and you reclaim your heart. You are back in your throne here. So much king and queen energy. Okay, so what comes out over the sun? The Seven of Wands. Look at this lion again. Protected. You are so protected. You are so strong and you are rising above. That is that victory there. That is that victory. I just want to see something really quick. Okay. This is really interesting to me because Seven of Spears is... Okay, wait, spears. Yeah, that's swords. That's after a battle. And then Seven of Wands came over it. It's like you're taking all of this energy, like you've escaped some kind of battle, and you're using it to rebuild and rise up and transform. The Wands is imagination and creativity. And then what comes out over the Three of Wands? What's your journey here? What are you contemplating? The Fool. Fresh new start, open heart, open mind, not assuming anything, not really paying attention to dangers anymore. Like a crocodile in the water there. But it's like it's just like you're trusting. And I wanted to see, there was one card where, yeah, it's like she's holding that star, holding that wand. It's like you're trusting that you're going to be guided. These represent, all these stars represent your spirit guides. And you're like, okay, here I go. I'm going to do this. All right, so let's look back at the Sovereign Queen Maeve again. And I haven't looked through all of this. Okay, this world needs souls who are willing and able to hold sacred space and refuse to allow it to become contaminated by greed, jealousy, hate, or confusion, which was a lot of these cards. This is an act of courage and selflessness. Such an act of courage serves all beings. You're gaining the wisdom to recognize that one can lovingly accept all that is without judgment. So yeah, this card is Judgment Day, but also that might have come out to remember to release the judgment. And at the same time, discerning when and how to set a firm boundary, lest sacred space be trampled upon and defiled by ignorance. So you're moving into something greater than self. Committing to spiritual practice, committing to your unique life journey. This is not about becoming subversive or disrespectful to others, but rather about seeking out freedom of being. So it's almost like that judgment. It's like releasing the judgment allows for freedom of being. In Sanskrit, Swaraj is self-rule. Do not let your destiny rest in the hands of others. Recognize that the light within is your true ruler. You have the power to light yourself up with spirit. Commit to what you can do and believe the realms of the divine are working with you. Do not be dissuaded. You shall be victorious. And then they have you think about the terms inner queen or inner king, a term to express the spiritual sovereign or divine inner ruler. So embracing that inner king, that inner queen. Let's see if any other messages come out for you. Ace of Bricks. That is the Ace of Pentacles again. Six of Wands, Ace of Swords, and Five of Swords. Along your journey, you may still experience things that trigger your memories of deception. You might feel lost, but know that you are being guided. You are being handed new tools, new clarity, and definitely a new form of something physical, something tangible that will help you along the way in order to overcome something that has had power over you. There's going to be something, or look for something physical, or you're being guided to create something physical in order to serve as some kind of protection or barrier to outside forces interfering with your empowerment. I'm feeling that sums up the reading, but I just want to make sure there's more messages here. Well, hold on. It's coming out. Okay. There's something you're still holding on to, and it's being recognized, and your feelings and experiences are valid. They're not being invalidated. You're still grieving. You're still processing, but you're open to grow. They're saying, keep moving. There are inner conflicts, battles. There might be a conflict happening with others, something outside of you. You're over it. You're bummed and you're feeling left out in the cold. But this new opportunity, all these brand new experiences are really being shown to you to show you there is a different way. Balance will be restored, and you don't have to get revenge on anybody, or, you don't have to show anybody. The justice will be served, and that justice has really nothing to do with anybody else. That justice is your abundance, your success, your victory, your manifestations. So all you need to do is be open to receive, be open to transform, be open to create your new experience in your new world. That's what I get for your reading. Oh, a song just popped in my head. Love, L-A-U-V, and the song is Billy. I heard it the other day, and this reading just made me think of that. So yes, justice will be served. Keep going. You are so blessed. You are so loved. Thank you for watching. Bye.